In this video, I'm going to show you trades that I did in the past couple of days. And for people who know me, the past couple of days have been very busy. This is the 7-day performance of the crypto market. When you get to a professional level, you see the red as an invitation to get in. And I'm going to prove out with a few trades that that is actually the case. If you are synchronized in with the market and you know what you're doing, you can do incredibly well going long at spot. What does long at spot mean? It just means you buy it and the price needs to go up. And you may say, Ken, how you can make any return in a market that looks like this? Look, just basically everything is down. You can. After we go through these trades, what you will find is you need to know the structure of what you're dealing with. That is, through the CTKS method, looking at the Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 charts is how I affect these trades. If I don't know what the Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 charts are doing, I cannot make the profits that I'm going to show you. Let's run the numbers. I'd like to show you a couple of trades that I've just done recently. The purpose of these trades is to see where I was actually buying. What kind of market existed when I bought Wing? It was not a good market. And what kind of annualized return did I get? Is it better than 20%, better than 50%, or better than 100%? It is. That's good. That's a tick. You can see with this specific trade, I put in $500 and that's the 500 there. And the return was $645. So $145, nearly $146 profit, which is about 29%. You can also see the dates and the times. Here the 1st, there, and the 6th. There you go. We used to talk about if you can do 10% per week, you're doing really well. I think what could be more effective for you, and just looking at the percentages, if your annualized return on investment is greater than 100%, you're doing absolutely terrifically. The concept on this second trade, look at the market. Look at what the market looked like. It looked like just terrible. But I said, oh, this is looking really nice. I'm getting on the right side of the percentage. So I went in, and within 1 day, I turned 10.72%. You can see that I always substantiate my trades. I don't say, trust me. I say, there you go. There's the order numbers. You know what it is. Just keep in mind, if you can get an annualized return above 100%, any extra zeros or any extra numbers to the left is just a bonus. I would also suggest starting small and scaling. You need the knowledge and you need especially the experience. You can see here, I'm still in Wing and I bought this particular trade on this day. And we can see that I turned it over within around 24 hours for around a 7% return. Again, just look at the annualized return. If it's over 100%, it's really good. And you can be very happy with that. I'm showing you these trades to say and to prove to you that the red days should hold no fear. You just need the knowledge and then you need the experience. Here's another trade on Wing, and you can see the day that the heat map where I bought this particular trade, and I turned this over in around a day for about an 18.5% profit. Please note, I could not do any of this if I didn't understand the synchronizations and intercorrelationships between charts using the CTKS method. By understanding the Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 charts, I can make trades like this. And of course, it's a little bit more than that. I need the knowledge of the masterclass, all of it. The masterclass has many different rules that you need to ingrain into yourself. But you can see you can do very well. It doesn't matter that the market is red. This is just a little tip of the iceberg on the trades that I've been making recently. Here's another one from Wing, and you can see when I buy, I don't care if the market is red. And in fact, I really like when the market is red. Am I going short? No, I'm not. I'm going long at spot, which means I can hang on and hold on. if I need to. But the concept is, this one was a 5% return. And you might say, oh, Ken, that sucks as a return. Shouldn't you get 100%? Shouldn't you get 50%? No, you would be surprised. Small percentages create big returns. I mean, huge returns over time. And again, just look at your annualized return on investment. If it exceeds 100%, you're doing really well. Please focus on the annualized return. That's the decider, not the return on investment, because that will change depending on how long it took you to get. When you have the knowledge of the CTKS method, when you understand where the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 charts are going, you'll need to make sure that you understand three-dimensional risk management, and I'm going to share something with you that's never been seen in public before. That is, the three-dimensional risk management strategies inside the service. The service gives you this inside a video for each of the 27 charts, and also a TradingView indicator that you can overlay on that specific chart. I'll show you what I mean very shortly, but without this understanding of three-dimensional risk management, I couldn't have selected Wing. One thing to understand, when we look at a chart, we're looking at SLs and prices interaction and interrelationship with an SL level. That allows us to do this three-dimensional risk management. When we look at Litecoin on this particular chart, and it doesn't matter if it was Litecoin, gold, silver, the SPX, anything, the DXY, we do those three-dimensional risk management paths on all of the 27 videos that are released inside the service. I use these paths to understand how to trade and what to trade. Negative bias momentum inside the crypto market for the past several months, has basically said to me, I need to look for inverters, and that's exactly what I did. We can see that even though this particular chart had a big upward surge in price, it didn't take the positive case, it took the negative case, and in the following month it still took the negative case as well. This particular chart, the three-dimensional risk management on Litecoin, has been released inside the service. That will give you the price projection for the next 30 days. The key is I use this knowledge to understand what kind of crypto that I need to focus in on. That's all about finding the market's focus. You can see inside this specific chart, the downward path actually captured price quite effectively. The reason that we do three-dimensional risk management, even if we think it is going up, if it starts to go negative, that means the negative case is the more probable. Because of the holiday in US markets, the Tier 1 charts have not been capable of being updated just yet. However, the DXY, Bitcoin, total crypto market cap have been released inside the service. Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin have been released. XRP, ADA, Solana have also been released. And when I mean released, I mean that the CTKS method indicator has been released. Those three-dimensional risk management paths have been released. And a video explanation of how those paths were formed, potential price action for the month, and much, much more is covered in each video. Those videos take a considerable amount of time to put together. The more videos you watch, the more in synchronization you'll get with the market. Because I know the levels across the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 charts, I'm in a very, very good position to understand if crypto is going up or down and whether to look for inverters or followers. The CTKS method is very, very powerful. When we saw the DXY exploding in the last session, we knew that smart money structure would be obeyed. And we can see that the DXY spiked up, and there is quite a substantial level of smart money support underneath this 104.02 area. And people inside the service can see the whole month's projection, just like I showed you with the other chart. We knew that there was a lot of smart money support underneath the DXY. There was a very high probability that the DXY would spike up, and that's exactly what it did. But where were the ceilings? Where would the price momentum in the DXY slow down? around this 104.51 area because there are multiple smart money sell levels there. And we can see up higher, there's multiple smart money sell levels. These are structural levels drawn since 1967 with a very scientific based standardized process, and we can see that 104.87 has acted as a ceiling for forward price projection in the DXY. And this is really important. If we don't know where the safety nets and ceilings are, what typically happens, you just look at price and say if it's going up, it's going to the moon, and if it's going down, it's going to zero. Rule 654, we understand the price moves SL to SL, Stanfield level to Stanfield level, just exactly what was shown with the DXY. Those price projections for three-dimensional risk management were formed in the same way. It's also good to remember Rule 655, clustered Stanfield levels are stronger. We saw that with the DXY. And you'll see it inside every price chart. Professionals think in completely different terms to retail thinking. In retail, people just look at the charts they're interested in. Professionals look across all of the Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 charts because they need to understand the market's pulse. More specifically, they need to understand CTKS structure. For example, those SL lines that were formed in the DXY and across the different charts, they are all intercorrelated and interconnected. Three-dimensional risk management, doing those three-dimensional up, down and neutral cases, that's very important to do. Price is always the reality, so that's why we track price in its natural environment. Price reacts, we must observe. Rule 446, all markets are intercorrelated and interdependent. This means all charts are intercorrelated and interdependent too. What happens to the DXY will happen to your charts. That intercorrelation of the DXY coming up, yields coming up, is putting pressure on gold, on Bitcoin, on bond prices, on the major indices. Also, oil is coming up, which is inflationary. Junk bonds are coming down, which is indicating risk-off behavior, and the VIX is starting to go up. This means that we could get more follow-through for negative price momentum, something to be aware of, but just keep a very close eye on what price actually does. When doing the trades on Wing, I'm acutely aware of what all of these charts are doing. Over the past 7 days, the crypto market's performance has been a little bit ugly, but when we change to the past 24 hours, we're starting to see some green. That's nice. Price is always moving in a wave, and we know that. And also, opportunities reset every single day. We can see that Bitcoin hasn't moved that much. ADA, Solana, and Doge are the best performers in the top 9. The greatest gainers, top 100, past 24 hours. ASTR, Synthetics, Neo, Solana, Gala, Conflux, Theta, Link, and SafePal. The greatest losers, past 24 hours, top 100. Ton, XDC, Mantle, Monero, Woo, Rocket Pool, FracShare, NFT, and Lunacy. There's been approximately 40.61 million in total liquidations, and the majority have been short. That's pushing price up at the moment. That's why the market is slightly green. For the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we had a bit of a surge in optimism, and it's kind of flattened out at the current time. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. That's why gravity and Bitcoin are the things to look at. And inside the service videos, please make sure that you look at total. That's going to give you a real edge. Total crypto market cap has been released into the service with the 30-day three-dimensional risk management paths also done. They're very, very important this month. I can't stress enough how important they are. We have a smart money support level, structural support at 1.019 trillion. That's an important level. That's held previously. Also, we have a smart money sell level at 1.026 trillion. We saw the price couldn't get there. It ended up coming back. If it can't get through the SL, and we know price is always moving SL to SL. If we see positive momentum, we expect the crypto market to come up and exceed this previous high here. That's what we're looking for. If price goes negative, we would expect a retest of this 1.019 trillion. That means this area on your charts is where you want to look. The trades I made were on Wing. You notice the inversion occurring here. When total crypto market cap bottomed out, Wing was going up. Now, Wing is coming down as Bitcoin is going up. This is the nature of an inverter. This is what you want to look for if you predict forward negative price momentum. I would suggest always have inverters in your portfolio, even if there's very little inside them. As you see them going positive, that's sending you a signal. When you look at inverters, this orange line is Wing. When you see this particular price momentum, as Bitcoin was just decaying down, Wing said, no way, man, I'm partying. This is what you want to look for. The other thing to remember, as Bitcoin starts to come up, these inverters will start to get crushed. This is why I've always said you're paid for your synchronization, because you literally are. This makes it incredibly important to know what the smart money are doing inside Bitcoin. Bitcoin is literally 50% of the crypto market. Well, just about. When we look at the smart money buy and sell levels, we can see a lot of sell levels, a clustering of SLs around that 26,300 mark. We can also see a very minute smart money structural buy level around the 25,365 level. Bitcoin is currently 25,783. One thing to note, if Bitcoin makes it up to this 26,300 level, what do you think will happen to Wing? Please let me know in the comments. This is part of your active learning. Active learning makes you the money. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Even poor old Wing, it cannot escape. What do we see here? Ethereum with Bitcoin's gravitational pull, that blue line overlaid on Ethereum. You can see Ethereum is following Bitcoin's gravity, but just a little bit weaker. Binance Coin following, but just a bit weaker. XRP showing a degree of strength. You'll need to know where the structural sell levels and structural buy levels are on XRP. And good news, they're out inside the service. As well as the three-dimensional risk management paths, the up case, the down case, and the neutral case. And when we look at ADA, it's following to a ping. Doge is following. Solana is following. You can see Solana showing some strength in there. Solana is an incredibly strong project. And Tron also showing strength. When Tron shows strength, it typically shines in the darkness. This means that inverters can come out to play when Tron is shining. You'll also need to make trades like what I've been showing you, and you can make them every day, no matter what the market looks like. You must have your foundations. You need to understand how to collect probabilities and how to determine the trend. Then you need to find the market's focus by enhancing your pattern recognition. This is critically important. Before you buy and sell, you must first obey Rule 734, master emotional control. You cannot make profits inside a market that you've run away from or frozen in fear from. Knowledge is the first key to decrease that fear. Perperatum has very kindly offered a CTKS partial masterclass scholarship. The links for this scholarship are in the description of this video, and to be eligible you must show positive excellence and a contribution towards the community. These scholarships are scholarships. They're very special. They must be earned. The focus of the masterclass and the service is to get you into the professional mode of thinking. Professionals make money, and they do so consistently. They don't care if the market is green. Well, if the market's green, that's good. But if the market's red, that's good as well. Inside the masterclass and the service, we do not use leverage. We go long at spot. That's a very important skill to have. You can go into leverage later. If you go into leverage first, you'll likely lose all your money, because in financial markets, it's all counterintuitive. The CTKS method service, which is at ctksmethod.org or org. Literally takes hundreds and hundreds of hours to mark up those charts effectively. There is an intense quality assurance process. 27 videos and 27 indicators are produced. It is separate from the masterclass. The masterclass at cryptotechnicalanalysis.org is all about the knowledge. At ctksmethod.org, it's all about the levels and where smart money is buying and selling. Please note there's a limited time exclusive foundation membership. If you want to lock in a fantastic price and avoid any inflation, you better get on that straight away. You can see what incredible gains can be made inside the markets, no matter what the conditions are. Professional traders and investors do not run away, and they don't freeze when the markets go red. They get excited. I hope sharing these trades has given you a reason to get excited. If I can do it, you can do it. It's time to learn. It's time to get the knowledge and time to stop being scared of the red days and instead look at them with excitement. And that is what only 5% of people can do. And that's why only around 5% of all traders and investors are consistently profitable. Everything that we talk about is a professional mindset, a professional guidance. It's all about becoming professional and enhancing your professional edge. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.